My Gavanen Melonin, and well met indeed. I am Arachir Galadirthan, head of the modding team behind Dividing Conquer, but welcome back to Lustria? I don't know the name of the whole world. What's the name of the entire world? Someone enlighten me. Does it have a name? I know that it's based very much on our Earth. Anyway, sorry, that's tangential. Thank you to all of those who watched the previous two episodes. I am recording this one after having seen the comments on at least the first video. And something that I have done, and I'll get out of the way straight away, is create a collection of all of the mods that I am using. And that is now linked in the description of both the second video, the first video, this video, any video henceforth. So you can see what mods are being used. Also, we are, of course, fighting now against the orcs. This fellow with the blue nose. Or rather, sorry, no nose, and just blue decoration around it. He's looking like an interesting guy, isn't he? We've also, of course, because we've reached the highest level of hostility, they are coming. The Lizardmen. Something about the Lizardmen while we end the turn. I suggested that they are a horde faction from what I have seen so far, playing to about 120 odd turns. I think the furthest I've gotten into one of them. And many people have derogatory comments in relation to that, or rather have laughed at me for deigning to suggest that. But from what I have seen, they do try and absolutely swamp me with just crap and trash. And I've won quite a few battles against the lizard folk where I am significantly outnumbered. And so it led me just to believe that they are quite trash-based, because the Empire, as I understand it, whilst not being small and elite, they are the sort of midpoint, if you will. In that their units they're not all about numbers and trash. So Kalara has been boosted by reaching level 5. What should we go with this time? Reloading is always nice, actually, isn't it? Let's go for that. The orcs have buggered off, knowing with the return of our army that they can't beat us. So we must fight against the lizards once more. And again, this is what I mean. Skink, 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 skinky, skinky, skink. There's skink cohorts there that have got shields, and there are ones there that don't. There's some red-crested skinks and 2 units of Saurus spears. And then, of course, pterodon riders. And something we just do not know. But I think we are going to have to fight it. Let's repair those, as those are dirt cheap. And do we want to upgrade one of those at this time? We're about to lose one, almost certainly, to this fellow. If we can win this battle and chase him down, though, then we might stand a better... Oh, that's heavily in our favour. When it's massively super heavy in my favour, I tend to auto-resolve, because you have to fight enough battles as it is. So I'm going to again, I'm afraid. Decisive victory! We shall gain some boosted leadership. I'll tell you something I've only just realised happens and is a bit annoying, is that the banner, the colour bar next to your flag, denoting how large your army is, that simply represents the number of units in your army. It does not represent the amount of men in those units. So an army could have a full banner and actually have only 10 men in all of its 20 units, giving you only 200 men out of a possible, let's say they had 100, a possible 2,000. And yet the green bar would still be full, and I just don't understand why they did that. It's very, very misleading, and it's something you turn to frequently. So I'm not really sure on that one, but here we are. How far until we can encamp? Should we go? Do you think we can encamp there? Yes. Now he is almost certainly going to underpass, because I believe the orcs can do that, and pop up in Wolf's Ridge. So we shall have to chase him down annoyingly. And we're about to get a rebellion here as well, because rebellions are just a constant nuisance in this. I'd love to build that harbour, but if we build the harbour, we will lose money very quickly, and we don't gain any extra garrisons. I'm not going to bother. Now, somebody in the comments suggested that New Altdorf is a silly name because, or not a silly name, but rather a name that they would suggest is to drop the alt part, because that apparently means old. So New Altdorf apparently means new old town. Oh, look at that. We're absolutely going to ruin them. Again, I'm really tempted to auto-resolve, but then you might not get a battle, and that's disappointing, isn't it? I do wish to intercept. We will fight it. We'll see what the underway looks like. But of course, the naming is entirely not meant to be as close to German as possible. It is just for a bit of a laugh. And so I'm just going to name them exactly as I fancy. I'm not looking for lore accuracy in my naming. which is a bit of a relief, to be honest, and it's nice to be free. Although, once again, I'm afflicted by the curse of Reddit, where I have once again been found to be massively wanting in my portrayal of The Lord of the Rings online. And I asked a simple question on a Sindarin thread about the differences between the word gi and lay, and someone then researched my history and absolutely laid into me about how I should know better, and if I could stop spreading misinformation, or at least acknowledge that I don't know anything about Sindarin, and if I don't acknowledge that, at least stop telling people about it. So that was an interesting conversation I had when all I did was ask a simple question. It really destroys your desire to do things about Lord of the Rings, if I'm honest, if all of these purist people just constantly bang on about how rubbish I am. Now, I'll set up a bit more properly in a moment, I suppose, but no, actually that's foolish, isn't it? Let's pop the cannon. Oh, I've not even got the cannon selected. Pop the cannon there. And someone also suggested, totally unrelated to the Reddit comment, I wanted to at least mention that because it happened today, so that was disappointing. We'll move the cavalry over to the side when we get the opportunity. The enemy will come at us because, of course, we're going to shoot them with our cannons. Not yet, we're not, though, but we will when they're in range. But then someone suggested as well that, and this is not, I was not offended by this guy's comment, and he, rather uniquely for an interaction on the internet, was actually very polite and very helpful. And he started his comment off by saying, we're only 10 turns in and Gallo has already made a copious amount of mistakes. And to which I then replied, well, perhaps you could tell me the mistakes rather than just telling me I'm making them. And to that, he then replied very handily and gave me a breakdown of things that he would do differently to me in this so far. But the only thing I would say is, where he used the term mistakes, I think what he meant in truth was that because this is not a legendary playthrough, I'm not too concerned about min-maxing. And for those of you who have been around the channel for a long time will know that even if this were a legendary playthrough, I still would not be concerned about min-maxing. I've never been one for min-maxing. It's just not something I'm interested in. And the mistakes that he alluded to were all different aspects of min-maxing that I do not do. But my reply to that was, if I fail this campaign, then you shall be correct in your summary, for want of a better word, of my playstyle. But if I do win the campaign, which as I fully expect to, then I shall come back to the comment and say, you know what, you were right. I should have min-maxed more. Marcus, target that guy. Kalara, do the same thing. Cannons, go back to shooting at normal people because we might not get him for a while. Marcus, why do you stop your instructions so often? Archers, bring down those orcs. Some people really don't like the arrow trails of Warhammer 2, and call me heretical, but I actually much prefer it. You really get a sense of how many arrows you are actually firing. And I personally just prefer that. I think it's a lot clearer as to what's going on. You guys hit those front and centre. Now we've got some cavalry that actually does damage on its charge. Plenty of them. And there were 160. And by the looks of it, only about 10 died. Right, now let's run the swordmen in. Even if we make a ton of mistakes, which, to be honest, we probably will, we will easily win this battle. So, right, there we are. The swordsmen have cut across the enemy line. Oh, there's some savage orc boys. Let's get the cavalry up behind those to target that. You haven't gotten any charge speed, but smash into the side of them. Oh, they're routing. Chase them down. You guys go for those. Outriders, move further forward. Cannon, you are to continue fire. Bring down those archers. Where's the general? Where did he go in after all that? Oh, he's over there. Barely haven't taken any damage. Demigriffs, out you go. No, swordman pull to the side. It's quite dark in the ground. Is that where we are? Underground? Is that the right word? There is a sort of relaxed approach to battles in Warhammer 2, and indeed all post-Shogun 2 games, because you know that your units replenish for free, and with that in the back of my mind, I'm just so much more carefree about my units surviving. Particularly at the moment where we're not surrounded by armies. We know that these armies don't... Once we've killed this army, there isn't another army for a while, so we're not too concerned about things like that. Oh, I think we've got them routing. Yes, we have. Do you think you can kill him before he leaves? I don't think you'll be able to. No, you won't. Let's just end it. A decisive victory, as expected. The release of Warhammer 2 back onto the channel has been met, judging by the comments and the likes upon them, with relatively favourable reviews. Of course, it's always different to Divide and Conquer and Lord of the Rings, and despite what the Reddit elitists would have you believe, I do actually know some things about Lord of the Rings, and so the channel can continue in that vein, which is nice. Ah, I need to turn off the camera for those. It follows them around forever. Very, very frustrating. Should we get our... Oh, look, we can get these top ones, which are normally much better. Strength of Hardship, Melee Defense, Leadership for Spearmen, Swordmen, Flagellants, Huntsmen, and Empire Knights. Magic Resistance for the same, Defense for the same. Sharpshooter, Resistance, Damage, and Reload Time for most of our archers. That's quite good. Physical Resistance, Melee Attack, and Melee Defense. Great Says Hammers, Rise Guard Knights. Let's go for that. We're going to get them all, so it doesn't really make any difference, does it? Let's upgrade Wolf's Hill. Another point that someone mentioned to me, and something I'm very aware of, is that, of course, New Altdorf shouldn't really have the barracks because it only goes to level 3, and that's a waste of a slot here. And that the barracks should really be moved over to somewhere like Port Franz, where, of course, it'll be more useful. But at the moment, we've got the tap room over there, and we've got the barracks over here. But the barracks provides a garrison of spearmen and swordmen. And the tap room will provide spearmen and free company militia, which I kind of prefer over in France, to be honest. But then if we get all the way up to the top, we get that extra public order. How much money have we got? Not enough. That'll provide 1,500, and that'll provide 900. How much did the tap room cost? Can we build it again by swapping the two over? 1,500, and that's 1,500 as well, isn't it? Memory serves. I think we probably can. So despite the fact that they shall rebel shortly, we will swap these two over, I think. And get the tap room in Altdorf and the barracks in Franz. Franz, to my experience, gets attacked a lot more than New Altdorf, so I think it's worthwhile having something over there. We shall stay encamped for a turn, because it's only going to take one turn to replenish, and then we shall go for Spectre Zuma, with the orcs really on the back foot. And from there... who knows? Do we head north and hit Hexoatl, or do we head south and try and conquer the entire continent of Lustria? North down. I know that we get the dwarf if we head south. Ah, that was my opportunity. But we've missed it. Yes, the hostility is gone. These places like us just that little bit more, and we've got enough money. So, I will take the tap room over here, and I will take the barracks over here. And that's really all we can do. Kalara's gone up another level. Take that one. And what does that do? Ah, cannot move. Yeah, that's good. Let's send our army. Spectre Zuma. We need to take the orcs down. I really don't like fighting against the undead, though, because of the constant corruption problems that it brings. And the mutineers haven't even died yet. That's interesting. They normally are long dead. But that's fine. We'll take you on later, don't you worry about that. Right, let's have a look. Where do we get the dwarf from? We need to move to the northern spine of Sotek, and then he's ours. So... oh, and we just destroyed the building that would train now. My arrow flies through. Kalara. Starting out. Go and get the dwarf on board, and then we'll take you back again. The army will march for Spectre Zuma. I'm not going to rename every single village something related to wolf, but I wanted this region to have a wolf theme. That's where the name has come from. We'll name the others something else. I can tell you now that Spectre Zuma is going to be called Northolt. Who is this? Ah, Gentleman Jenkins. Are you going to war with us? Yes, you are. Smashing. Aha, we got it. Right, so... turn you off. And there's another one, isn't there? There they are. Turn those off. Job done. It's a shame you can't save those individuals. You can only save the whole setup, which is disappointing. But oh well. Oh, she can't move very far, can she? Goodness gracious. You're meant to be a wood elf. And a wood elf tracker at that as well. Where's your... distance is pitiful. 2,500 to get that. We'll get the tap room though, which should increase our public order, so the new Altdorf province shouldn't rebel, hopefully. As we'll move in to finish off the orcs. There are dwarves down in those mountains, though. Not just the one we're after, but other dwarves. And then we'll also bump into the high elves. Ah, yes. And we got 5,000 gold coins. Thank you very much, Elector Pledging Age. How much does that cost? 3,200. I think we want to get the rally field so that we've got trainable troops again, to be honest. Or do we want to go for money? How much does that give us? An extra 250. That would earn us money. We could go for that, and we could go for that, and upgrade Franz nicely. We're ready for the attacks of the Dread Fleet, which will come. They will come. There we are. Spectre Zuma is in our sights. Oh, and look who it is. Ah, we've got him. We've got him. We've got him. Perfect.
Master engineer at your service.
Discovers undercities. It increases our mobility if we join into our... which I think we'll do. And probably... I don't know what to get rid of to take Kalara, because I'd like her in the army again.
I acquiesce to your request.
Wolf's Hill can give us some fields. Oh, we're losing loads of it. He costs 200 gold coins. Dear, oh dear. I'm very tempted to get rid of the barracks. I don't want two regions that we can train troops in. But then we'll worry about that at the moment. We need the money for a little time. Something that... growth and public order, that sounds quite handy, doesn't it? Port improvements. Let's go for those two. Oh, and Wolf's Hill can upgrade. But I don't want to build that. We don't want 25 income now. No, we shall wait. Ah, and there indeed is the rebels. Ah, they're not Lizardmen. They are... chaos-based? That strikes me as chaos-based. Well, we'll find out in a moment. The Vipers return to defend their home. It should be a glorious battle taking that down. They are indeed. Chaos. Wow, where's chaos come? Oh, we need another witch hunter. What should we get rid of to get Kalara? An archer, really, I suppose. Empire archers.
Wolfhard, out of the question.
Right, we shouldn't. We've given them too much time now, though, haven't we? Damn. How much you cost? Oh, we're losing substantial amounts of money. Oh, actually, and we're going to have to deal with these rebels, aren't we? So just pop back and quell the rebellion. Ah, New Altdorf indeed does like us. We'll lose some troops now, though. When you lose money, your troops start to die, or dissent. Desert is probably a better word. They leave your army when you run out of money. And we are about to do that. Oh, look, the orcs have come as well, just giving us something to think about. Always nice. No, never do that. Port Reaver has fallen to the Norska. Our only trading partner, that's why we've run out of money. Right, let's deal with that one first. Because they'll grow and grow and grow, but the orcs won't. You take up with Marcus. He's losing 15. It's really, really hates us. And we're going to lose more troops as more can't be paid. How the tables turn so swiftly in the space of one turn. But I've never fought Chaos, so this will be an interesting battle. We'll fight them, we'll take them down. Ah, and the Vipers have come. Oh, and that garrison's pathetic. Let me just also resolve. Take the loss. Well done, Vipers. You've reclaimed your ridge.
There is no hope in resistance.
Oh, and the defenders of the Great Plan have attacked us. We are bankrupt.
Fall in.
Can you get to him in time? I think you can.
Marcus Wolfhart. Marcus Wolfhart.
Yes. Oh, no, that's so heavily in our favour. But again, I've not fought Chaos, so we'll go for it.
With clout, comrades.
We'll smash them. And get some money, hopefully. Although I don't know how much. I think we're going to have to disband something because we just can't lose money. 3 great weapon looking units. There's some axe and shield looking units. And our reinforcements are coming in behind them as well. Ah, we've played this battle map before. Pop the cannons on the hill. And Marcus, you go on the hill. What does this guy do?
By the gears of Zuma.
Ah, he has a gun by the looks of things. Bung those across there. Outriders, do we want to get... They don't really have any range, do they, Chaos? So let's go up close and personal. Get the cavalry on the left. And you guys go on the right-hand side. Let's pause it for now. Swordmen, move yourselves forward. Make a nice line. Archers and whatnot go behind. We'll just go with the standard battle line. Cavalry, sweep yourselves round up onto that hill. You fellows go and start shooting them. Cannon. Did they have a general? Do they have a leader? Yes, they do. There he is. Hit him. He'll be in range shortly, so don't worry about that too much for the moment. And you guys, let's get you out the front and we'll maneuver you around in a moment. Oh, I didn't move the dwarf, did I? Come and stand on the edge there. Alright, let's do it.
Great cannon.
Just fire, just fire. You two are going to be too far away, aren't you?
Ready.
Move down the hill. Wait till it gets a bit closer.
Take the ground.
Run! Oh, just about made it. Nice. You've bought us some time. Pull those over there.
Yes, sir, quickly.
Go over there too.
Cannon. For the Warhammer. Fight for pride.
Charge in.
Sigma calls.
The forest calls.
Marcus Wolfhart. Run.
Lady of the Deep.
Do it now, do it now. What are your abilities? Let's just pause it. Rifle, shield breaker, 24 missile parry, grudge raker, missile damage a lot. Does a shield breaker and does a missile parry thing again. And entrenchment, plus 50% armor piercing explosion, physical resistance, armor piercing missile damage, but he can't move. Give grudge raker a go. Well, what does grudge... Oh, I see. Those are your different types of weapons. With you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yes, General. Go. Until the crew. Slay the old breakers.
Perfect.
Outriders. To battle.
Swordman. Those who aren't involved, get involved.
I Sigma Swift. Formation.
Pull away from him so that the archers can get a lovely shot on him there. That's nice to see. Demigriffs, pull yourselves out. Hit those. The army falls. They're men of chaos, but they're still weak. Look at them. Look at them. Pitiful. Weak-minded souls fallen to the wrong gods. We shall remind them of their heresy. Cannon fire still swooning overhead. And down goes the enemy lord.
Sigma calls.
Down really does get the enemy lord. Oh, they've got some horses in the trees. Cannons. Target. You guys join as a team. Bring that down. I don't actually think there are any troops really left fighting. No, the troops are all gone. It's only these... Missile infantry. Move yourselves around. Speed it up briefly. There's our cavalry. Archers getting into position. Everyone's into position. Bring that down. Come on, cavalry, get out of the way. Throwing axemen atop horses. Maybe just turn and see what they can see. And they're off. Archers, target the hounds. It has to be now. Damn it. The archers are going to take a right old pounding.
Outriders! Quick march! Yes, General!
Most of you pull away. Oh, there we are. They're dead.
At your service!
Yes! The sweet bell of victory tolls. The forces of chaos are no more. Houdekai? Hudekai? The hounds are the only ones that did well. 35 kills. Although one of the great axes took 30 down, actually. And on our side, though, 82 fell to the blades of the demogryphs.
Another trophy for the Huntsmarshal.
61 to the grenade launchers. That grenade launcher unit is proving very useful. 42 fell to the cannon. Ah, but the huntsmen, they did take 40 down themselves. So relatively good. And 77 Reichsguard Knights. Oh, I will take 973 gold coins. Thank you very much. How did they manage to do that?
Vengeance! Wolfhart!
And he's number 2. Reload time reduction for all missiles, please. And let's increase our army's mobility.
Marcus Wolfhart. Move, comrades!
What should we build here? We don't have any money, do we? We could go for some weaving. But no, that's a waste of 1,000. Let's just save our money while our troops actually can be paid. Always useful to pay your troops, I find. Lest rebellion strike. But once we've killed the rebellion, we should get just enough time. Although chaos is really spreading here. We need another witch hunter. And we can't buy one yet until we can get the second tier of that tap room. But we can always move Van Hal over, I suppose. The chaos problem in this area is much higher than it is in the other. Let's replace that ship. The chaos here is relatively low in comparison, so yeah, come over here. And yeah, we'll get a witch hunter when we can.
Marcus Wolfhart.
Finish those off.
I've no time for human baggage.
More money. Also sort of likes us a little bit. Ah, if only we could build one of them.
Vanquished every last beast.
Right, move and camp so that you replenish a bit quicker. Can you give us something that replenishes us a bit quicker? Yes. And that reduces our upkeep. Oh, that's good to take. I should have taken both tiers of that. We'd probably be making money if we'd taken both tiers of that. Let's give her 2 points in training. Just improve our army. Again, we won't build. We want to just save some in the bank while we can. So that we can pay everybody. Keep everybody paid. This episode is going to be the last pre-recorded episode before I am back. The first episode of me returning to videos, returning to just a normal I record the video the day before it goes up kind of thing, will be a lore video which will come to you on the 4th of November. So I don't know at the moment when this video is going to go up, but it will be the last pre-recorded one. And we're going to take down those orcs. And so in light of that, rather than... I was going to pre-record 2 more of these. But it's Friday evening before I go away. I go away tomorrow. And I'm not really feeling that recording another, I have to say. So there is going to be 1 week with only 3 videos instead of 4. So you'll have to put up with that, I'm afraid. And the next Divide and Conquer video will also not be until the first week of November. So Dorwinion has taken a miss for this video. Oh, we don't want to attack them because we're not actually at war with them at the moment. What can you actually then do? You don't have very many slots, do you? Increases range? Yeah, let's increase his range.
Huntsmarshal.
Get across there and reclaim Wolf's Ridge.
Seek out the heretics.
Oh, the chaos corruption is really low. Oh, it's only because he was there. I see. They're starting to like us back in New Altdorf. That's good. 1,600. Does it increase our income at all? By 50, so... I'm very tempted, because public order goes up, growth goes up, and the garrison improves. I'm going to do it. I've done it. We're going to get Wolf's Ridge back in a moment anyway. We'll lose some troops, which will give us more money. Hopefully, Huntsmarshal Marcus Wolfhard will also go up in ranks so we can get some cheaper troops again. Reduce their upkeep. The Vipers are knocking around. Now, really what we should try and do is cultivate a sort of peace with the Vipers. It keeps doing that. I don't know why it does that. If anyone knows why it does that, do let me know. But every now and then, at the start of your turn, it just spawns your camera in the most random location. Oh, look at that. It's heavily in our favour. But if we encircle, they'll attack us. So we will encircle. Get the boost of them attacking us. It's gone down to only 46. But we are going to get another rebellion here. Because they just really hate us. I could turn off no, we can't. We can't turn off taxes. We must tax them. We must tax the buggers to hell and beyond. So the overall outcome, of course, of my ramblings at the beginning were very much that this is... I'm going to make plenty of what very, very good players of this game would call mistakes, but aren't objectively mistakes. They are, if you are trying to do the best possible, to min-max, as they say, then yes, they are mistakes, but for the rest of us, they won't be. Oh, they didn't attack us, which means they don't think they're going to win. So, I think we will attack them then. I mean, if we wait only 3 more turns, they'll start to lose troops, but the balance of power is so heavily in our favour. And all of our troops replenish anyway, so let's just end this with a big climactic battle against the orcs, crushing what's left of their resistance, and then hopefully leaving us with enough troops to take on Spectre Zuma. We have to cross a bridge. Someone has mentioned to me, and it's been discussed, again, the gentleman who provided them the sort of min-max tips, suggesting that on bridge battles you can cheese the AI by moving your legendary lord backwards and forwards and drawing their arrow fire, but they're not actually getting hit by anything. And that just sounds so cheesy to me. I'm really not down with that. And also the amount of micro-intensive behaviour you have to display there. Now, what I would like to do is move the cannon over to there, start shooting them and get them to come across the bridge, but I'm quite concerned that they're just going to come across the bridge anyway. Aha! No, they're not. Perfect. Perfect. Then we shall gladly meet you on the field. Orcses. So, get the cannon over there. Get the swordmen in a line. I don't know how many archers they've got or if they've got any, so I'll hold you all back just for now. Get those in a line. You're going to go with the main army. Cavalry, you go and stand in these trees, get ready to charge. Other cavalry, do something similar. And then our 3 generals come and stand here. Right, let's be about it. Is the cannon as far away as possible? Yes, that was a silly move. They are moving, but what do they actually have that will shoot us? I don't think they have anything that will shoot us. There's 2 archer units there. We can take those out. Oh, and they're casting powers again. You tricksy magicians! Yes, well, we shall see. Just wait for my cannon to get in range, and we'll see how good your magic is then. Oh dear. Very effective. How comes they get powers like that? That's a joke. Alright.
The Empire endures.
Swordman, make a line.
Victory.
Archers, come up behind.
March. Outriders.
Outriders and whatnot.
Avoiding combat.
Come and get over there and get up close and personal with them. You've got to get into position before the cannons do, because the cannons will start causing havoc amongst them. Ah, it's this cracker orc shaman who we're up against.
For the Warhammer.
Cannon, fire. As soon as you do, I think the enemy will change their tact and will come for us. And away it goes. And down they go. Yes.
By Ulrich's wrath. Outriders. Ready.
Grenade launchers are in position. Supported by the war wagons.
Pulse. We obey.
We obey! Turn and hit them.
Shallya protects us.
Come on. Shoot your damn grenades. Archers are in position.
Outriders. Take the ground. At speed.
Cavalry.
Lingering.
You can't reach their generals, that's annoying.
Swordsman. Now.
Break into their lines.
No shoddy contraptions here.
Need that war boss to go down, really. But for now, just keep firing about there-ish.
Outriders, prepare for combat. Taking position. Ready.
Good job, good job, good job. Back into the trees. The cavalry will deal with this. Cutting across the fleeing units. Oh, they just look so glorious. You guys don't fire at will. You have a nasty habit.
Reichsguard knights.
I thought I just told you not to fire at will. Alright, Kalara. Bring him down. Oh, protected by his own units. Damn, damn, damn. Blast, and damn. I'll bring him down no matter what. Where are our grenade launchers?
Sigma calls. Go. At speed. Outriders.
Come on, cavalry. Pull out. Pull out.
Take the ground. Yes, sir. Quickly. At speed.
There we are. They are hitting them. They are hitting them.
For the Emperor. Take the ground. We await your orders.
Turn and use your grenades.
The Empire endures. Through to cannons. Swordsmen.
Change your targets.
Reichsguard.
Right, let's pull our cavalry just all the way out.
Position. Missiles ready, my
Our archers should be getting good kills here, to be honest. You are all pulling out? No.
Yes, sir. Missile troops.
Our swordmen are taking a bit of a pounding. The cannons should be giving it what for.
Sir.
Archers.
By Ulrich's wrath. Moving now. Attack. For Heldenhammer. Outriders. Reichsguard. For the Warhammer.
Charge them. Ah, the demogryphs hit nicely into those.
For the Emperor. By Ulrich's wrath.
They are going down by their thousands.
Great cannon. Fight that besiege.
Change your fire.
Take the ground!
To the hunt!
For the comet!
If you guys can shoot anything, do.
Yes, sir! Quickly! Take the ground!
Ah, they're routing. So it's only really the generals we need to kill now. Much of the enemy army is breaking and fleeing. Come on, bring him down. Why are you running towards him? Just shoot him. He's right in front of you. Yes, there he goes. It's over, isn't it? Yeah, they're running. How many did we lose? A Pyrrhic victory, sadly. We lost 600 of our 1,600. But none of the portraits are greyed out, so I think we didn't lose any battalions. We just lost a lot of men. Winning kill tally this time again goes to the cannon, 253. Closely followed, or not really, a full 100 behind.
Shall never fall.
The Huntsman got 180. Very good damage, very good indeed. Crossbowman 181, sorry, actually. That's slightly better. And 154 from the Empire Archers. That's madness.
These trophies are ours.
And the enemy
The
pays
expedition
with their
is
lives. But we are going to get another rebellion. Gods, do they love rebellions. But at least we're making money now. We want to try and save that money and get temples. Improves public order. Although the best thing to increase public order is the tap room. So I think we're going to want another tap room, unfortunately. There's no way around it at the moment. They just hate us. Oh, we can host a Festag. That gives us increased public order, though, doesn't it? But this is going to go. We'll give it one more turn, and then that is where I'm going to end this sort of extended third episode. So do let me know your thoughts on the Warhammer campaign thus far. Apologies if today has been a little less enthused than usual. I wanted to do at least one more recording, but I must confess, I normally don't record when I feel like this. I don't like to record when I don't want to, because I think that the quality of the video suffers. But I wanted to get at least one more out, and then I'm still even now going to be one behind my projected total, my hoped total. I shall be one behind it, which is disappointing to me, but there we are. Right, we will save up here, and we will get a tap room somewhere. Or actually, if we got Wolf's Ridge, if we upgraded that, that's an extra public order, isn't it? That's one more. And again, more defense. I am going to do that as we're making the money. But that is going to be where I'm going to end this episode. So do let me know your thoughts on the Warhammer episodes overall, whether you're enjoying them. It's something different and nice to see. In terms of the channel as a whole, this will not replace a Divide and Conquer campaign. DAC will be still each week. There'll be 2 Divide and Conquer campaigns. So it'll be 2 High Elves and then 2 Dorwinian the next week. And then the extra slots in the week will likely be this Warhammer, the finishing off the Dark Crusade, and I will continue with Skyrim. Again, I never record when I don't want to, because I just think the quality suffers, and if that's a poor way of doing it, and then so be it. I'm not in this for the long haul, let's be honest. So I only record when I want to, and at the moment when I've loaded up Skyrim to record, I've just not wanted to. So I think because I wanted to play this an awful lot, so I'm pleased to have brought this to you, but do just let me know your thoughts. But until we speak again, dear friends, be sure to check out the link in the description below. But otherwise, Navar Naden Perimat Melonin, and farewell.